together, your voice gets a little higher. And the bad news for Obafemi is that that's nothing compared to the pain he's going to suffer inside hell in a cell. Has inspired Brock Lesnar. Obafemi has compelled the beast to emerge from Brock Lesnar. Obafemi has motivated Brock Lesnar. Obafemi has made the biggest mistake of his life by accepting the challenge of Brock Lesnar. You're not coming out of hell in a cell, Oba. There is no way and no how. Brock Lesnar will destroy Obafemi inside hell in a cell.
So much, don't you? That is why I came out here, so you won't be lonely. Let me give you a face to at least talk to.
I think you learned last week. Talk shit. Get hit. But I'll talk facts. I'll speak for the record. You know why I'm valuable? I'm valuable because I prevent people from making bad mistakes. You made a bad mistake. Not at WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, you accomplished something over. I gotta give you the kind of credit for. You proved to the entire world that Brock Lesnar is beatable. And then, in Italy, Brock Lesnar proved Obafemi is beatable too. So now comes the trilogy match. And we have to find out which one of you goes on being that unbeatable superstar, right? So let's examine who's stepping into Hell in a Cell. You're not stepping into Hell in a Cell with just anybody. You're stepping into Hell in a Cell with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world. There's no one that fights in a cage like Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar destroyed The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. Hell in a Cell was invented by The Undertaker. And Brock Lesnar didn't just beat Undertaker once inside Hell in a Cell. Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker twice inside Hell in a Cell. You didn't accept a challenge to step into just a cage with Brock Lesnar. You didn't accept a challenge for a cell. That cell is the Proctagon. And inside that Proctagon, Brock Lesnar is the bringer of pain. He's the beast you cannot beat. He's the mountain you, Obafemi, cannot climb. And that man is not a man at all. He's a beast. And his name is Brock Lesnar. And the beatable one is going to be Obafemi.
Your client, Brock Lesnner, showed up last week. And you know what that tells me? After weeks and weeks of calling him out and calling him names and saying everything under the sun to no avail, seemingly, he finally shows up. And that tells me that every word that I said got to him. That he showed up tells me he definitely watches the show. But then you're here now to do your usual damage control and tell me about how great Brock Lesnar is, and you keep writing all these checks that Brock probably cannot even cash. Because that's what you are, Paul. You've been reduced. You're less than an advocate. You're just a mouth. And that's the thing about a mouth. Mouths need to be fed. But how can you feed if you have no head? That's why you're really out here telling everybody how great Brock Lesnar is, preaching his accolades, telling us about Randy Couture and Undertaker, when neither of those men are Obafemi. That's why you're here. Because you're scared. Once again, you are scared and you are here for damage control. Every man knows when his time has come, whether it be the beginning or the end. And trust me, Paul, this is the end. This is the final chapter. This is where the book closes. This is Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar in hell, in a cell. His wife, I'll beat him in front of his children. He has been the single thing that has stood between me and destiny, me and salvation. And I've learned a very valuable lesson now. You have to walk through hell in order to get to heaven. So tell your client, I'll see him in hell.